playing a place called Perks.
Quiet on the set.
Right there, yeah. Right there.
Cameras up. Background.
Smiles, everyone. Smiles.
Action. Okay, let's start like we're on a movie set.
Well, you joined Jeff and Extras Holding.
Get back to Extras Holding, you guys.
Where you sitting at?
Oh, shit.
Right there. Yeah.
Good morning, it's time for the Jeff Sargent Show!
And I'm your host, Jeff Sargent.
Live in the studio! Co-host Janky.
Morning, my friend, and some cool long hair types.
Yes, of course. You know, it ain't Hot Chick Friday.
Sadly.
But look, it's Phil Gazzari from Gazzari's, you know. And listen, girls, all my bands have hot guys. If they ain't hot guys and they ain't playing the hottest rock and roll, they don't get on my stage.
I once threw Van Halen off stage.
Yeah.
I knew you guys were a band when two of you showed up in weed hats.
Yeah. So today, we have the Electric Six. No, I mean, excuse me. Okay, we interrupt this program to have a special guest in the studio to play live.
Play live!
The Fallen Electric.
Hiya. How's it going?
Look, it's Jimmy Guitar Xander. Jimmy Guitar Ganser. Blah, 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 blah. Good morning, gentlemen. It's early in the morning. I want a special thanks to guitar player Joe.
Who's the guy in the back?
Help get us in the air.
Hold on. Who's the guy in the back? Is that your roadie?
That is our Rudy. No,
Where's your weed hat?
No. He's just the drummer. He's just the drummer. Pay no attention to the drummer.
Go in the band.
Isn't
Come
that how
on.
it works for bass?
Hey, that's the backbone, man. They got the bass and the drummer. They work together. They make this backbone foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. They drive, and then Jimmy Ganser comes out of nowhere, hits the stage, and all the girls go, "Oh, Jimmy! Oh!"
Here's a joke Meatloaf told me. What do you call a guy who hangs out with musicians? A drummer.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you!
Meatloaf.
That's messed
Meatloaf's daughter started dating a drummer, and she said she made the mistake of bringing him home to dinner. Where for like an hour and a half, Meatloaf did nothing but hit him with drummer jokes.
I'm sorry, Travis.
Oh, Travis!
You seem cool, Travis. You need a weed smoker hat like these musicians in front of you.
Okay. Let's go. We're short one, Mike. I mean, there's one. I'm not an engineer, man. We don't have Joe.
You're barely a human being.
Joe, introduce. You're Joe Carrillo, the guitar player.
That's right. That's me.
Lead guitar player. He helped us get on the air today and get the show rolling.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He's our computer guy today.
And even though he looks like a complete, if this were NCIS, he'd be a stoner. He was the first one here and responsible.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your name, Tarzan?
I'm Jimmy.
Okay, cool.
I am the lead singer and guitar player.
Excellent.
Rhythm guitarist. He's Joe's the lead guitar. But,
very cool.
Yeah, I'm more the rhythm section of the whole group.
And who's the guy with 4 strings?
That'd be me. I'm Drew, and I'm here to bring the bass.
All right.
Wow.
Drew's got 4 strings on his bass.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, that's what I like. I'm glad because I was at the NAMM show and everybody with the 5 and the 6-string bass and then next this you don't need more than 4 strings.
Well,
Your turn, Rico.
Wait! Don't tell me you were playing with a 5-string bass.
I'm in the process of buying a 5-string.
What are you going to do with that extra? Too many notes. What are you going to do with that extra string?
Everything.
Well, it's that drop D. It's like it's anything above the D. The E string is an extra, right? I mean, you play from the bottom.
You can just go a little higher.
Same thing with a 7-string guitar, right? You just got one more heavy string on the top, so you can drop D and
Exactly, just like that.
Okay, can you come over here and share the mic with our fun here? Introduce yourself.
My name is Travis. I play the drums.
That's Travis. He's a damn good drummer. I missed you at NAMM, dude. I had so much fun on that bottom floor with all the cymbals and all the drum sets. And then I saw you. I took off. You were there earlier that day when I came to the Continental?
Yeah, I was there. No, the day before.
Day before, yeah. And then I saw that sparkly green drum set, man. That thing's badass. I like that, man.
So where'd you get your name? It's a cool name.
I actually thought of that.
Is it from the Transformers movie Revenge of the Fallen?
No, I actually thought about that. Thought of this when I was on break at work one day.
Really?
I was. I saw one of our work hats. We wear hats at work, and then because I work in a restaurant, and then I saw this guy's hat hanging in the hat rack, and it had all the different ways of. It was actually the company Electric. I don't know if you guys heard of that. It's like it's a skate brand. Basically.
Travis brought his own chair. I'm really impressed. Yeah. That's cool.
He's got his own thing. And I saw all the different ways it was spelled on the hat, and I was like, that's kind of cool because it's really got a strong meaning to it. And I wrote it down. I'm just like, because at the time we were thinking of like, what would be a cool band name that nobody has?
Fallen Electric's a cool name. I was sure it was a Transformers reference.
Yeah, no. And I thought all the different type of things that I could put in front of it or behind it, to really make this sound like something, And I happened to be tooling around with it one day, and I put what I had before was the Falling Electric with ing. And my and my buddy's like, "What about fallen?" So it's past tense.
Yeah, past tense sounds cool.
And it just kind of hit me because it means so much to what has happened to us as musicians from the past. We've all came through different bands to become with this, and everything from that then wouldn't be this now. And all and the Fallen Electric, it's energy. It's a type of meaning behind it that is electrified through instruments, it's electrified through bodies, it's electrified through everything that makes music, so it's kind of, it ties all into that.
And the big power towers going up campus.
Right.
And if you can hear on a windy day, you can hear the lines buzzing with that's why you can't live underneath. You always have
that really
plants growing there, nursery.
Right.
That really scary hum. Yeah. How you guys
have any of you been shocked or been hit with electricity before?
Yes. It's not fun.
No. Me too.
Did you develop superpowers?
I wish. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
Just shock whoever I want.
Yeah.
When I freely want.
There's that.
Well, there is a new character showing up on the CW, Black Lightning.
Yeah.
With Flash. Right, and I just happened. I go, wow, this. I worked on the gauntlets for that costume.
Right.
Did I tell you?
I
that?
tried to watch it. It was boring. He was like the dad of a bunch of high school girls. It's like nobody wants to see Batman driving his kids to middle school.
Well, so much for that electricity.
Yeah.
Doesn't it start with like that really ominous, I don't do that kind of stuff anymore?
Oh yeah. It's the total Dark Knight thing. Throwing corrupt cops stopping him for his driver's license, even though he did nothing wrong. It's like, my God. I mean, once you start watching Marvel on Netflix, the CW superhero bench is wiped out.
Yeah.
I mean, have you watched have you guys seen Punisher yet?
No.
A little bit. I hear good things. Travis likes it a lot.
When an episode of Punisher ends with him pushing in the eyes with his thumbs of a dead guy, it's like Black Lightning, Arrow, all that stuff.
They would never do that. They're more like Super Friends. Super Friends help people, not harm them.
Arrow season.
Have you seen Wendy Marvin or Wonder Dog?
Arrow season 1 was badass. I liked Arrow. I liked Arrow but I always felt funny watching it because I was there. It was like half Batman, half Melrose Place. And I was there for the Batman stuff. Right. I'm not there for the 13-year-old girl stuff of him walking around the Arrow cave shirtless. It's like, come on. I mean, you had Deadshot. Who's the guy with one eye? Deadshot.
Deathstroke.
Yeah.
They do a bunch of cool. They did Deathstroke before Suicide Squad, you guys, and they did it better than Suicide Squad. No offense to the great Will Smith, but you had Amanda Waller. Although it's the whole CWization, Amanda Waller was like the DC Nick Fury. She was this 300-pound black lady chomping on a cigar, which means in the CW, she's a 20-year-old big-eyed model.
Seems legit.
No cigar in sight. They they made her Viola Davis in Suicide Squad, which is kind of cool. Viola Davis is a great actress.
I don't know if I'd recognize her on the street. If
She was in Doubt. She's a great actress. She was nominated for an Oscar. She only had 10 minutes in Doubt. This great John Patrick Shanley adaptation. But she's great. She had 10 minutes in an Oscar nomination. And in this, she's in Suicide Squad. She's great. She's the boss who puts the team together. But on Arrow, when they took this character and they made her into like, she's the head of this Black Ops operation. And she's a 22-year-old, another CW model, you guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big eyes and all that. I'm the head of the Black Ops. I was like, come on, you ruined it.
ah, man.
You're supposed to make it cooler when you do it live.
Yeah, of course.
Making Nick Fury into Samuel L. Jackson is damn cool.
Right.
Yeah, it was better than. Oh God, they had that horrible one with what's his name, Knight Rider guy.
Give that one another look. Because that one was written by David Goyer, who wrote all the Batman Nolan movies.
Okay.
And he wrote Man of Steel, which, has moments.
Yeah.
What's his name? Big in Germany, Knight Rider.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. He looked just like the comic character in Nick Fury. But what did you think of that, Pat?
No, I thought it was I thought it was well written. But like you said, it is David Hasselhoff.
You're looking at Mitch, the lifeguard. Kind of way.
Well, I remember when he was promoting that in Comic-Con. I was at Comic-Con, and there was just this orange glowing man surrounded by people. He was like a Marvel Comics character in itself. And you look and it's Hasselhoff being followed by everybody at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you guys, my big question for bands, have you appeared in any soundtracks yet?
Not yet.
No,
Not
yeah.
yet.
Are you excited that the potential is there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's there. It's there because you'll notice these guys, their harmonies, man. When the chorus line comes up, that's something you're going to remember with this band. And I noticed that when I saw them perform last Saturday night.
Where did they play?
They played at the Continental in Glendora. Was that on foot Arrow Highway?
Yeah.
Route 66.
Route 66. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're doing the background music that Jeff worked.
And when they went up there, and they were even the cover tunes they're playing. But I liked how you spaced it out because they're doing. What did you do? 3 sets? I mean, you played till one. They took all their original songs and they would drop in original. We got another original when they're doing their covers, and even when they're doing their covers, all those chicks would run up there and start dancing, man, and they were just driving them crazy.
It's a lot of fun.
That's a kick-ass shot. Is that on Baldy? Did you shoot that out here?
It's in Laverne.
Yeah, it's like it's a
no. They took it off a Bob Seger album.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
Bob Seger right there in Detroit. No,
I'm
I'm just kidding.
I'm from Detroit. I reckon there's a Hollywood Nights homage when I see one.
Yeah, but that's Padua Hills, Pat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Padua Hills. That's a great cover too.
And on the inside, if we open up the inside,
yes.
This is what I like about this. It's like
it's
kind of like having a vinyl album.
Yeah.
You can open this up, look, and you get pictures, and you got look at that. Brand new shoes, everybody.
Yeah, there's our signature look.
Signature trucks.
I like how you opened the album like your grandmother.
Open it up, Mr. J.
Wow. Yeah. This is very cool, you guys.
Thank
Although
you.
that's a douche move. You know who you are. Cheers. The guy who ran your sound.
Take the CD out without breaking, and you can see. That's why I call him Jimmy Guitar Ganser, because he's got his trademark. He's got this bitchin' blue guitar. And
I know 3 guys in the band who voted against this.
It was blurry enough for we didn't care.
Yeah, it was like, we'll just throw it in.
Passes.
Our graphic designer Nunzio, he was just like, we're gonna put this back down. I'm like, it's me. And he's like, no, I
yeah.
like it. It's artsy.
How did
I'm
you
like,
pitch
all right.
How did you pitch this to the guys? And I'll be handing you the music like a guitar Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
You pitched it by saying, "Hey guys, the CDs are ready."
They're like, oh, no. There were 3 smashed copies
Right.
of the
Oh man, but
You
it's,
see what he did to us, Grandma?
Now I can do the Austin Powers thing.
it's
There you go.
the thing about this. It's cool because
I love that shot right there. That's really cool. It's evocative.
right, and our photographer Heather Behar, she actually took that picture right there, which we have a lot of other pictures
This
from
is
her.
all
We
Heather?
did.
Yeah. You know what? Hold on to her like grim death because a
Yes.
great photographer is worth her weight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she's insane.
Fun
I mean,
fact: in that
I mean,
picture in
it-
the back, there's that day in Laverne there was some fires going on.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
why it looks so
Wow.
old.
Yeah.
Like it's coming over on the left side there. That's
Yeah,
actually
a
that's
fun fact.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow. Not so fun. Not so fun fact for Laverne homeowners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So that's
unfortunate their
actually-
houses are gone, but we took great pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Your house is burned to the ground with your dogs in them, but we look so cool.
You wouldn't have gotten that same.
Without your without
So-
your sacrifice, Fallen Electric would not be where we are.
I mean, that's a
It's-
big. That's like in the vinyl day. That's a big $1 million contract album cover right there.
No, that's a
Right.
great. But the front is cool. I like the Lost Boys shot of the band
Yeah, yeah.
right here.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
That kind of
And
yeah.
there's
that
a
kinda sold me
reflection. Is there a
because-
reflection? Do you see a reflection in the camera lens? What do you see? Do you see any hidden subliminal? What do you see?
Now that you mention it, there's somebody's face, but it's not Heather's. Because you'd see the girl. A good photographer doesn't show up in the lens.
We
Who
got
is that? What is that?
we got Planet Earth. Right there.
Planet Earth.
Wow.
Never seen the world.
That's everybody.
There's work, hippies.
That's everybody.
How about
Because the back is cool too, because it's
Right.
you're observing, and you're right. Now that you mentioned the fire there, that explains why the cloud layer is so haunting.
It has like the effect on it. I don't think it would be any different if it was regular clouds. It kind of has it kind of casts that orange on it too. I mean, her camera captured that as well, but it's got an eerie kind of.
What a horrible
Way
day to
about
be
it.
breathing, but
Yeah,
you know,
no,
what I mean?
it made for a great picture though.
It's a
and
great
it's-
picture.
And it goes with the theme of the album. Never
Yeah.
Seen the World is the name of the album. So
Right.
it all go the reflection of the
Yeah,
planet.
never
and
seen the
lens.
world. Wow, look
Yeah.
at this. Hold on, one more time. Oh,
they're look, their shoes almost match.
I
I think this is from Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
no, but
and
a great album, you guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And I'm always a fan of getting an album. When you look inside, there's a pocket right there, and there's our booklet with the lyrics and
Oh,
everything.
inside.
Oh yeah.
It's got an
Okay, so
insert.
that's what I. Okay.
That's the one
This
thing
is-
I missed. The lyrics, when you include
That's-
the liner notes and all that.
That's what I'm always a fan of when I get an album. I usually try to, like, oh, I wonder if the lyrics are inside. Is there more pictures? Is there more? That,
Look, it's a booklet.
That's the same with vinyl. It's like it had all that, and that's what you kind of look for, and it was.
The Latin Sand Lightning
Yeah,
Slash.
yeah.
Yeah, I love the liner notes with the music on them.
I'm a fan of that, and I kind of wanted our album to kind of do that, and it kind of had that, I wanted to have that feel of, like this. When I get an album, that's kind of what I look for. And-
Yeah, that's what I miss about the vinyl days when you can open
Right.
up an album, and you get
Right.
the pages and pictures, you get the lyrics.
And and you get to learn them, and that's the whole fun of getting that album, because you get to learn, like, oh, that's what they're saying. I didn't know they were saying that, I thought that's what they were saying, but
How long has it been out, gents?
this
2 weeks.
It just came out, dude.
just came out.
Wow, been out 2 weeks.
Yeah,
This is brand
I
new.
think we're on our second week here. Yeah.
Wow, very cool, you guys.
We had our album released at JD's, and that was a success. That
Oh,
was
man, what a night.
Upland there, and that
Oh, in
was
downtown Upland?
downtown
Yeah.
Upland. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had that, and we played the record, front to back. We played it just the same order as what's on the album there, and it went really well. I mean,
That's very
all the
cool.
fans came out.
Little Upland is the place for that. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
to play, you play JD's and All American, and all those places are over there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Was it on the weekend or a Thursday?
It was
It was a Saturday.
Wow, even better.
So that's right. So you just played straight through as a record release party. then.
Right.
Yeah.
We did the covers in the beginning. We did the record middle set, just straight front to back, and then we finished with more covers. And we we filled the whole 3 hours, 4 hours there. Yeah. it went really well. I mean, all the fans came out. They supported us. It was amazing. I like to had it. You know, why we had it there was basically that was kind of like where we started. It was kind of that starting point of us where where we all became a band and we actually, you know, were playing. You know, our live days, if you will, were started there.
Same thing with we got a lot of good local talent, and you guys are all connected.
Right.
You got
Right.
Superman. With the Philosophy of Soul, we got Group Session. You know, guys grew up with Sarvin and Ronnie and those guys,
Right,
right? And you all played the same, you know, and started. So that downtown Upland is a really cool place. I mean,
Yeah, and they've all been there as well, you know, and they kind of
Yeah.
started there and
I
just
always
kind
liked
of blew
Groove
up.
Session. Groove Session was underrated. you
Oh,
know?
Groove Session's insane. They're
amazing.
one of my favorites to see live. It's if you haven't seen them, it's an amazing experience.
Yeah,
They
they
know how to
were
put
they
on
were on Costa Mesa last night.
Right.
Greg from Wine Merchant was
Right.
streaming. I'll be here. He's such a fanboy.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
responses.
No. He
I'll let you say
doesn't. No,
that about responses.
Greg's there with the roadie. He's like, well, what can I do for you guys?
What
Can
an-
I carry your guitar? No, I'm
What an
busting his chops because he ain't here.
What an ungrateful a-hole.
Those are his boys. These are my boys. Okay, this is my boy. These are my band right here. I got the Fall Liquor. He's got Group Section. You know,
That's what you said about the smoking popes. Those are my boys. I'll die for those guys.
No, they're my boys. I'll die for these guys right here.
Yeah.
No, are you
it's a lot
all
of
from
fun.
Upland, boys?
No.
No, we're from all over.
Yeah.
We'll start with the origin story from the right. My right.
The guy with the 4 strings. Tell us your story,
The guy
man.
I've been
so
all
poor
over.
he's one string short.
I've been all over, but when I joined the band, I was in Upland. So
Yes.
yeah.
So yes.
There's no shame in being
Wait,
Upland.
were you above or below Foothill?
I was just below Foothill. I was like
Who
right.
the
next
hell
to
let him
Foothill.
in?
I was next to Upland High School.
If you're below the Madonna,
Hey,
whoa!
I
You
live-
like my favorite Denny's.
For many years, I lived below and above, so I experienced both sides. So
Yeah, I also lived above. I lived on 24th for a while.
that's where I was on
Yeah,
24th
okay.
Street, man,
Nice.
right near the dam,
He's an
man.
effing liar. He just wants you to think he's cool.
24th Street, you know where I was.
You live on 24th? I was living on 26th.
Screw you. So you were there after high school.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. And till now, or did you move out of Upland? Or what?
No, after that, I was there for a while, and then I moved to San Bernardino for a year.
Wow.
And then,
Hold on. Which side of Waterman? I want to know if you're a helpless meth head.
I was in Rialto. I was on Pepper, right next to Pepper.
Oh, Pepper Street.
Yeah.
You must have witnessed a lot.
Yeah, I hated it. I didn't like it.
Rialto, that's like being on 911.
Yeah, you gotta always be alert when you go out.
Wow.
Well, it was just like us. Remember, every day we come to work, I pick him up by the railroad tracks there in 8th Street. When look, somebody broke. Cops are there at the drive-through dairy.
I've been a drive-through dairy.
It looks like a can opener. We're waiting for the guy to come out. We get the next day then on 7th and Grove. Cops are there again in that little shopping corner at the laundromat, and I don't know what's going on there. Go around the corner the next day, a little intersection by the park.
Every day there was crime.
Yeah, that reminds me too. There was a morning where me and my friend were on our way to work, and we drove by a building, and there was some dude standing on top of the building, just walking around, and we're just like really confused. And then we see all these cops come running around the corner trying to get this dude and get inside this building to, get up to him. And I was just like, I need to get out of this place. I've seen too much. I've heard things. No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer to my other band members.
Yeah.
He said, hide this from me.
What about Jimmy Ganser? Where did you grow up, man?
I grew up basically here. I mean, I was mostly in the Montclair area.
Yeah.
Which I currently am still.
With all our other favorite musicians.
Yeah. I was born in Pomona, but I for the most part, I mean, I've moved to Arizona for a year. I've lived there for a year.
Your mother's
We came
water
back.
broke because she was trying to run for Claremont. My
Right.
baby won't be born
Yeah.
in Florida.
Pomona Valley, man. That's the spot. And
Yeah. That's a good hospital, actually.
It actually is. Yeah. But I for most of my life I've been in Montclair. for the most
Wow.
part. And
Would
yeah.
you- no. Do you still recognize Montclair Plaza?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the changes that
You're not
went
calling it
through and-
Montclair Place now.
It used to be a single-story mall.
I'm sorry, I can't call it that.
Yeah.
I'm just like Montclair Place. Why? And I'm just
Montclair
like,
Place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
Let's
funny.
start a TV show
It's
with
just
Heather
funny.
Locklear called Montclair
Yeah.
Place.
There you go.
Yeah,
The
I'm just-
all the signs. You're hanging out at Montclair Place.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds
Have
too
you?
yeah, it sounds too important. It's like no.
Let's go. Let's
Plaza.
move it to the plaza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plaza, why? You know, like why place?
Yeah, exactly, because all these douchey places have been opening up. They're
Right.
trying to save the mall. You're not in
Yes.
a mall.
Yeah.
You're in a place, man.
Yeah.
That's what
Mall
you
rats.
want.
Yeah.
All you millennials want a place to hang out.
Yeah.
Travis, you with us? Okay,
Yeah.
go.
How's that coffee?
It's a little early.
I was going to say, how many taps?
Yeah.
Very cool.
But-
You currently
Yeah.
live in Upland now?
No, I currently am
Oh,
still
you just
Montclair.
told you Montclair
Yeah.
3 times, Stoner. Yes.
Okay.
It's actually where our rehearsal space is too. It's at my place, and we rehearse.
His place, right?
My place.
My place. Yeah.
It's at
Montclair
Montclair
Place.
Place.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ganzer's Montclair
Yeah.
Place.
We have the studio over there, and
Studio's grandma's garage.
pretty much. I mean, it's one of those things that we turn the garage into the whole that whole music room. It doesn't look like a garage on the inside, but on the outside it does.
Okay,
It kinda gives it
egg
that-
cartons or foam?
The-
What do we got?
Oh, we got foam.
blankets.
We have blankets in there, but we have some of these as well.
Jimmy's like, the band is coming over, Grandma. Take out your hearing aid.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's for the most part it's all I got the whole the whole drywall going and the whole it looks like a room. I mean, it's definitely like a
So
living room.
can you guys play there all anytime you want without any? I mean, your neighbor's cool with it.
They're cool with it, but we usually try to do a set time. We usually do from 6 to 9.
Yeah,
I
On
was
on
gonna
Monday
say,
nights.
those are good hours.
You're
Yeah.
a bit of a dick if you go all the way to 10. but
Yeah,
not
it's
very
just
much.
we just even though we probably could, we just got to be a little respectful, and we just because we're not exactly soft,
No.
we're a rock band, so it's one of those things that you just we're pretty respectful on it, we have our set hours and we kind of meet there at this time and that's how it goes, we just it's like going to work, like so.
Very true. Very
Yeah.
cool. Your turn. No, very nice. Your
Thank you.
turn,
Thank
sir.
you.
Give us your superhero origin.
Super Joe, Big Joe. What's
I,
up, Joe?
Joe.
Joe, Mighty Joe.
Joe, I need some weed.
I grew up in La Puente, so a little
Oh,
further.
so
out.
did Chewy. Chewy
Yeah.
from La Puente. Remember
Yeah.
Chewy?
Yeah, he was Han Solo's buddy. Go on.
But now I live in West Covina, so
Wow.
it's a little bit of a drive.
All right, Joe,
but-
why do this is one of the pet peeves. I met Rick Baker, a jillion Oscars, special effects guy.
Yeah.
And and I was really happy. I go, oh, you're from West Covina. Covina. And then, I thought, yeah, West Covina. Covina. And before he left, he turned to me and he goes, I'm from Covina. Why do people hate West Covina?
It's just really boring there.
Can we quote you as a tourist down in
There's
the
not a
Van
whole
Dyke
lot
Zone?
going on. There's an Edwards Theater and the mall, and that's about it.
Wow.
There's not much else going on.
It used to be the most broken into car. The West Covina Mall, the Fashion Plaza, used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
the most,
Oh, yeah.
for like 4 years running, it was the most robbed cars at Christmas time in all of Southern California,
Man.
which I thought was kind of cool. There we go.
Yeah,
Now,
that's a feather in our cap. That's for sure.
so Covina, no, like West Covina is next to La Puente, right?
It borders it,
It
yeah.
borders.
Mhm.
You can't get Covina next to. It doesn't go to.
Well, I would imagine West Covina is west of Covina.
Yeah, so La Puente
That would
is
only make
west
sense.
of Covina, so you can have Covina, West Covina, then La Puente.
And
Yeah,
La
yeah.
Puente and Puente Hills, have you guys watched the original War of the Worlds? The
Yeah.
War of the Worlds takes place in Pomona. And
Uh-huh.
the general is trying to keep them from getting past the Puente Hills in the movie.
Really?
The 50s. Watch it sometime. They name check nothing, but I think Covina is mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Pomona. Definitely Puente Hills. And it's just cool.
The intro scene to Back to the Future was filmed in the Puente Hills Mall, where the
Yes.
J.C. Penney. You can see the J.C. Penney that doesn't exist there anymore, but it was in that parking lot. where Doc's getting shot by the terrorists or whatever.
Yeah, with
Oh,
Libyans.
yeah.
The
That's
Libyans
crazy.
gunned down Doc in the parking lot.
Yep.
It was the claim to fame for that mall. It was like, you can go to Brea, because Brea always had a great second-run movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but you had to go to the Back to the Future mall. That's where Marty went Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
Joe, did you do you ever go to Frankensons right there? in La
I
Puente?
was,
is that West Covina or La
that's
Puente?
City of Industry.
Oh, City of Industry.
Yeah,
City of Industry / Walnut.
I was there on Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I got my roommate got this really badass Batman artwork thing that he's yet to hang up on the wall, but
You're using it as a coaster.
What's your favorite row? What's your favorite booth
what's
there
your favorite booth?
at Frankensons?
I don't know. I just probably as you walk in, you see all the stuff that they've retired, like this big old Jar Jar Binks in there, and I just like looking at that stuff. I haven't bought anything from there in a while. I just like the vibe of it.
Yeah.
of all
That's
the
what we
greasy
do,
nerds walking
basically.
around and
I just let
Nice.
comic books and it's just a fun vibe. I just grab a hot dog and walk around.
I like the one booth with all the dioramas with the Predator, and they got that female Predator in there.
Yeah, it's really
That
great.
sexy female Predator model. I'd
Yeah.
probably let her kill me, you know. She's pretty hot.
That's the male predator, dudes.
No, it's not. Look, how do you think they're born?
Asexual.
No, they don't. They're not symbiotic. No, they got female predators.
And here's a fun fact.
How can you tell?
Because he follows the male.
They got
ones around
tits.
as well.
They got these bigger. They got these titties on them.
Oh, okay. All right.
They just remade Predator, by the way.
Really? What?
The writer director of the writer of Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
who directed Iron Man 3, Shane Black. He's Specs in the original Predator. Remember the guy who gets his ribcage torn out?
Yeah.
He directed the new one, and everyone is terrified that they redesigned the Predator because don't fix what ain't broken. It's Predator, man.
Pretty badass, yeah, the way it is.
And and I hadn't seen it in a while. Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, he was the voice of the Predator in the original film. You one ugly son of a... Remember when...
Yeah.
That's Peter Cullen, you guys. His son, I interviewed his son for 24 the magazine. His son did all the fight scenes on 24. He was a great stuntman.
Wow, that's cool.
Nice.
That is cool.
Wow. Okay, cool. Now say something about the band. And then we move on to Travis.
Well, I was the last one to join the band. I've been in the band a couple Halloweens ago is when I joined. They've been a band for 5 years now.
Yeah.
As I said to the guys before, I was an admirer of theirs, just because of the harmonies that Jimmy and Drew brought to the table. Travis's drumming, you can't ignore any of that. And I was like, wow, and the covers that these guys would play were pretty much my playlist, my iPod playlist. And I was like, wow, it'd be really cool to hang out or at least maybe jam with these guys. And sure enough, Travis hit me up after I had some troubles with my previous band, and he said, "You want to jam and see how it goes?" Sure, and it was almost like an instant click where we all just
You just fit right in. This is what we needed.
It was crazy
we needed
because-
this second guitar player.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing because Travis came up to me one night after we played this backyard thing, and we were actually playing with his old band.
shout out to my roommate Josh who had that party
okay,
and was getting really shit faced and walked up to Travis and said, "Hey man, you got to get him out of this situation."
I didn't even know this was going on at the time, and Travis came up to me and he's just like, how about maybe giving Jose a try for a second guitarist? And I was always in the line of like, man, I don't want to break what we have, bringing in somebody else. What happens if it doesn't click or anything? He's just like, we got to try it. I was so like dead on of like, we're locked into our sound as a 3-piece, and bringing something else in would be, we got to kind of rearrange it a little bit. First day he came in, it just was like, it was meant to be. It was kind of one of those things that he just fit right in. It wasn't overdoing anything. It was basically missing what it was missing. So
And it made your job a lot easier.
yeah.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, now we can focus on his vocals.
And
Yeah.
it's just a whole new ball game, and then we could just kind of you name it, we can do it.
When the first night I met you when we were over at Grazi's, was Joe was there, right?
Yeah.
I believe
That
so,
was
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's when I discovered. That's when I said, "Hey, these guys are good," because they got 2 guitar players, man.
Right.
And I always admire it. Sometimes it's some other bands could do that, but when you got specific,
Right.
with the Fallen Electric, I'm listening to vocals, man, and then Joe comes in, he adds that extra.
He has that.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Exactly. He's got that. He's got
Yeah,
his own
those
style.
chops. You needed
Yeah.
those chops, so you got some cool leads, and you got some cool. It makes a good rhythm in lead section.
It's definitely one of those things that just kind of you don't know it's there until it's there. It was missing.
Thanks for joining the band when you did, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What
It's definitely a blessing.
what covers do you guys do?
We'll do everything from Nirvana to Foo Fighters to all our
Gin
favorite-
Blossoms
Gin
and,
Blossoms.
Gin
to-
Blossoms.
Yeah,
Wow.
we'll take it back to Gin
I
Blossoms.
can
to
smell the night.
Even Jimmy, when you guys played Jimmy Eat World, all those girls went up there and started dancing, man. All these, you got all the girls, woo, because they're all grabbing each other, and then the whole dance floor was
They
filled
love
up.
they love it. It's a lot of fun. It actually gets us pumped up when they actually do that. It's one of those.
So it's good. They put in a lot of that '90s set, which I like.
Right.
And it really gets the crowd going, man.
We've been working on like new Chili Peppers stuff, and we can actually do stuff like that now, which is it was complicated as a 3-piece because those guitar licks are not easy,
But you guys pull them off. Some of the covers you do, I like better than the way the original bands play.
That's good.
That's always a good thing.
And sometimes they'll let me sing one.
Oh yeah, and
Well, I
by the
like
way,
it. All of you
when-
guys singing. Travis, you got a mic on your. Yeah. You guys got good. Everybody's got good vocals.
We got
Travis,
a
talk
vocals.
into the mic as well.
Yeah.
Let's get
So-
a little bit of Travis in here, man.
Yeah, there's.
All right, Travis, talk to us. What's your superhero origin story?
I was actually born in Upland.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Me too. High five.
Oh, now you're from Upland. City of Grimmett just
I didn't say I wasn't born in
You did
Upland.
not. Oh, they don't want to be from Upland. I'm not from Upland.
But yeah, I grew up in Rancho, and then I've been living in Fontana for about 15 years now.
Okay, so did you go to Faux High or
No, I went to Summit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rim of the World around there?
it's like up north.
Oh, wow.
Summit
Okay.
Avenue.
Very cool. I
yeah.
mean, no, because Fontana has actually become a nicer place than in the 80s and 90s. It was kind of terrible, but
Yeah.
Well, they built that Oso High School.
Los Osos.
Los Osos.
Those Osos,
That's in
yeah.
Rancho, though.
My niece went there.
Is that right? That's kind of. But as soon as you hit the freeway up in that other, it's kind of like another. Is that where
He's right.
Fontana and
He's right.
Rancho
It's-
hit
it's
together?
I think so.
Cucamonga.
Kinda.
No. Fontana doesn't kick off till Day Creek. After Day Creek.
Day Creek area,
Yeah,
yeah.
because the believe it or not, Fontana, the raceways put you guys on the map. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
You know, and if you've never done the NASCAR experience, I recommend it at least once. I mean, it's kind of cool. You'll be picking rubber out of your hair for the rest of the day.
Nice.
Oh yeah. You get little pieces of that tire, just like you do at the drag races in Pomona.
My brother is a NASCAR junkie, and I started going to the races with him. It's become a lot better now that they dropped. They dropped 100 laps off.
Oh.
When they had the full 300, 500 laps, whatever it was a long ass day. But when they dropped 100, 150 of them down to make it more watchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's like what 300, 200 more laps to go. I'm ready to go, man.
Oh, they're making another left turn? Cool.
I'm there with every other ghoul waiting for someone to crash and jump out screaming on fire. But the first 60 laps and the last 60 laps are the most interesting. And the 300 in the middle is just like god awful, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're sitting there waiting for it to end, you know? But you live there, so how many times have you gone?
I've never gone.
You've never gone?
He's too busy playing the drums, man. He's got a band. He's got band practice.
Beating the skins. You can do that. Play the chairs or something, you know?
Yeah.
How
I've
about
actually
those?
Never gone.
How about those videos where you see the drummer on a motorcycle? They're driving a drum set while they're playing. That's some crazy stuff, man.
I'd be down to try that. I'm not going to buy the motorcycle and put it together, though.
Who is the best rock guitarist and who is the worst, in your humble opinion?
The guitarist.
How do you answer that?
Drummer.
Like drummer. I was like, dang, guitar. Like I don't know. There's a lot out there, but drummer, best rock drummer and worst rock drummer.
No.
Dang.
Because that tells us what kind of drummer you are.
Well, I'll give an example. My
like inspiration to start playing was Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
those are all the underrated guys, man. That are same thing with that guitar player. Who's the guitar player for Dream Theater?
John Petrucci.
John Petrucci. Yeah. So he's like one of my favorite rock drummers for sure. And I mean, he does like. Because he's not with Dream Theater anymore, so he's doing like more like metal projects and had like the Winery Dogs, which is a great band.
Oh, the Winery Dogs with Richie Kotzen,
yeah. I saw them
and
live,
Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan's in that, right?
Yeah. And then he's got a new band now, Sons of Apollo, which is basically like Dream Theater but has better vocals in my opinion. And it's like the good Dream Theater, not like the boring.
By the way,
because that makes more sense. Now, you got good influences because I could tell by the like you're a badass drummer, man.
You guys want some water?
Sure.
Hey, you want a nice Hawaiian punch?
None of them are old enough to get the reference.
Hey, I'm gonna play one of your songs right now.
Awesome.
Oh, great. What are we playing?
Oh, I awake.
This is a good morning. Wake up, everybody.
Yes.
This is the Falling Like. What's the name of the song?
I awake.
Right away.
I just can't breathe to the point I'm suffocating. Just can't quit the things I said. What was done can seem to help it. I awake to another day, and I awake. Nothing here's the same, and I awake. Nothing's in my
No, did it take a long time to record?
No, actually.
It actually, we actually did the whole skeleton of the thing in one day.
Wow.
Pretty much. I mean, mixing took us a while, but the whole skeleton of the music, we did it in one day because we were on fire that day. When we were just like, let's just keep going. Once you're in that kind of zone, you don't want to stop. You know, especially when you got a good rhythm going. So.
Oh man, because that was it. You see the way it built up, had a climax to it, and everything.
No, there's a hook, there's a climax. It's a real rock song. You know?
Yeah. Thank you.
And yeah, I want to hear that on the radio.
One day, Jeff.
Who is this? Welcome to the Jeffrey Moron Show.
That's all.
Could one of you drive Jeff home and also hold his pee-pee when he has to go to the bathroom?
Oh my God! Now, did you guys do it like a live? Was that like a live one take thing or separation, isolation booth? How did you overdubs? What'd you do?
We did it separate. I mean, we did them, each instrument separately. We recorded that as actually a 3-piece before Joe joined. This was, God, man, probably a year or two before he joined.
Wow. Yeah, they had an
out,
unmixed version of it. They let me borrow the album. I put some thought into it. I didn't want to bring too much. Like I didn't want to just come in and just overdo like leads to it. I just wanted to find that nice balance to it. Yeah. So that outro where you get there, wee, wee.
Yeah.
I didn't. It just added to it. I think. The fellas seemed to like it. So. Of course, if I was overdoing it, I made sure that they let me know. And ruin a good thing.
Yeah, because this thing was supposed to be out a long time ago. It was actually supposed to be out almost a year ago, and then of course,
then I slowed everything down.
It was worth the wait to get it right.
That's what everybody keeps telling us, and it was just one of those things where it was kind of a meant to be thing, where like we needed Joe to be here, and it wasn't supposed to be. There was a reason it kept being pushed back. Why it wasn't getting out yet, and I know why. So it was one of those things where it's just like he's got to be here. It's got to be complete with it. So
wow,
yeah.
But you have a little bit of a wall of sound on there. It's really kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's got a lot of energy on there. Kind of in your face, kind of rock. But it's also got that those leads in there. And so
I like that. I never heard anybody describe it that way. The wall. Yeah. It does have that kind of appeal to it.
Especially since you're 4 quiet talkers. It's kind of exciting to sound.
Yeah.
Well, thank God they don't sing like that. Wow. No, that's really cool. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's one of the heavier ones on there. We got more heavier ones on there, but there's a lot softer songs too. It's got a lot of good variety on there, I think.
You want to hear one called Drunk Love?
Yes, I do.
Okay, this one's for Pat.
just a little running. Hit me, kiss me, hit me, kiss me, hit me, kiss me, hit me, kiss me.
Wow, there's Travis. Nice,
That's
nice.
Travis on the drum.
Great finish.
You know that last 3 kicks he does. I always mimic that every time, and it's just awesome. It's just,
Yeah, and there's like it goes to the title, The Drunk Love. You hear that guitar. How did that happen in the song? Was that purposely, or you just was it planned, or how did you come up with that?
It was actually God, what was it? It was like it was before Travis actually. Our old drummer
it was
actually,
a while ago.
Actually said if we could like split it up like that and do
I
the
think it was
different parts. Yeah, it was John. We had our other drummer John. That
was-
right
So-
before
That was you guys only had like the 2 parts.
Yeah.
And then
Was it just
it ended. When I joined, I was like, hey, we should do one more.
That's right. That's what it was. He did the last
Nice of you to give
the outro there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You threw out.
exactly. And
Get him, man.
and-
So
yeah.
it was almost a
Travis,
different
man.
band. It was just you guys,
He's Drew. Yeah.
you and Drew,
Just being a
Drew,
dick.
me and Drew.
and another drummer started. Right?
Right,
Yeah.
me and Drew were basically the starters of this whole thing. He's been. with me
Well,
since the
sometimes
start.
a lot of bands, before they get recognized or something, sometimes you don't know how many changes go through the band,
Yeah,
what
right.
the lineup is, and then
It's-
finally said, okay, this is it. This is the lineup. This
Yeah.
is where it's supposed to be right now.
And sometimes like in a lot of bands, sometimes we'll have the lineup at the start, and a lot of bands, most bands have to go through that process of do different people. If it doesn't work, you got to do what you got to do, because it becomes a family.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's got to have that right chemistry. Otherwise, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's like a
Yeah.
relationship. It's just not going to work. And Travis is our 4th drummer.
No way!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah,
Well,
Finally brought it to
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be.
we've been a
on
3-piece
behalf
forever.
of Travis's agent, 4th and final drummer.
4th and final drummer. Yeah. And I think we got our match there. So no, he's been awesome, and I love Travis. We could we do stuff outside of music, and we have this thing that we just click. So it's just really good.
Thanks, guys.
Ah, Travis.
Yeah, and we're always on stage.
He's quietly elbowing Drew.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we're always together. We're always doing music. So it's just like it's almost we all love music. It's our heart, but it's also work. And sometimes we try to go out as a band and go get drinks and not try to make this fun too. Because we're always on stage together. So it's just constantly working.
It's
So-
not easy putting
It's
a band.
not easy.
I tried.
No.
Just trying to get jam and practice and come up with especially when you're writing original music, man. It's a lot of hard work, and
a lot of hard work.
you gotta sacrifice a lot of fun time, especially as we're
Right.
all grown ups here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like you got to go out and work, make a living, and then
Right.
to put a band thing together, man. It's not like it was 20 years ago.
Right. Right.
I'll tease Drew every now and then, telling him that he's the best first bassist we've ever had.
Yeah, first basis. Yeah.
He's so good, he doesn't need all the strings.
He's so good. I don't need more than 4 string.
It's one of those things. I'll
take it.
Yeah. But
Well, is it true? Remember that group in the 90s? What was it? Presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
The guy had a 2-string bass. He just and now I saw that they manufactured just just was missing 2 strings on his bass. Now they make 2-string basses with these skinny necks.
They were.
Sometimes it's not needed.
Have you ever played one of those?
I've played
I've never seen one.
string bass, but not a 2-string bass.
Was it on a broomstick in an apple bucket?
No, it was some, I don't know, it was like some weird homemade bass thing, and it sounded cool. Played weird, but it sounded cool. I digged it.
It was just have that drone sound, huh?
Yeah.
That drone, that bum, bum, bum,
It was
bum,
enough
bum.
to where I had that rhythm, that low
Yeah.
end. So, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Interesting. So what's next, fellas? Are you gonna tour?
Well, tours in our vocabulary here. We're gonna be getting a van here soon. And,
Wow, Mystery Machine.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Mystery Machine. We got the album now, so
Scooby Gang is gonna drive all around the Southland.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna try to tour as much as we can. We're gonna probably hit like San Diego area and then probably shoot up north and do Vegas. We were talking about Vegas a lot. Doing some shows out there, and that's usually where it's at. And kind of going from there. We're gonna try to hit the States. The States, I've been told by other friends like Groove Session and stuff.
Yeah,
the States.
I know they do that too. They got a little trailer they tour around.
Right.
Don't do it yet though. Don't wait till the ice and the snow are gone. You know what I mean?
That's kind of that's kind of what I was thinking. And the thing about the States is it's so much more appreciative of originals and stuff. Especially with albums and stuff. Like even more than here. I mean, just by experience with my friends Groove Session, like they'll tell me that it's the States are just so much more appreciative of it. It's just kind of a crazy thing.
And once you're touring in a van and you're fighting and driving and all that, then you're a real band, you guys. Once you're in the whole once you're in the whole van experience,
it becomes a whole different life, and it's like it kind of opens up our eyes of like this is why we were meant to do this. It's kind of one of those things.
So what do? You got to figure out what states. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go. Start from California. We're going to go up to Washington,
Arizona,
and just have this and drive through it. And then you got to figure out what clubs you're going to.
That's the hard
book.
part.
It's like, okay, let's look at all the club venues that will take us.
Kind of thing.
Where we could.
That's the hard part of
spread the word
of that. Yeah, is getting getting on the phone. Make calls with people and. Especially bookers and stuff, and it's just that's gonna be the hard part about it.
Now that you got this,
right,
and all the club owners, you could send them that, or would it be an online thing and say, okay, hey, here's our sample, here's a song.
Maybe a YouTube video.
What do you have to do? Just give them 1 or 2 songs, and then they say, okay, yeah, hey, sounds great.
Probably that
you're booked.
And they also look at our our YouTube videos and make sure we're drawing audiences and stuff like that. What covers maybe we'll do, because sometimes they want covers in there. Some places just want originals. It just depends.
Yeah, we could do 4 hours, so we can.
Yeah, you got a 4-hour set list, and that's really good. And then say, okay, this will keep people spending money at the bar or whatever.
And it's always a good thing to learn, covers as well, because you can just throw that in there for time purposes and for the audience.
There's a great documentary on the Beatles called 8 Days a Week.
Right.
And it was in the Beatles when they were in Germany, knocking around, waiting to be signed. They had to play a bar for 10 hours.
Man.
And they said the Beatles had an amazing amount of covers. That's why all the early Beatles albums are covers, because they took off so quickly they had no time to write anything. So they did all their bar band covers and threw them on there,
Right. Right.
And then they realized all the money for the Mechanicals was going to like Smokey Robinson.
Right.
They learned to write in a hurry.
Exactly.
Well, but that's cool. So you were going to say, I'm sorry.
No, it's just that's exactly what why we do covers as well, because it appeals to people. So now it's like, they're doing this awesome cover. What does the original sound like? No, just kind of gets it.
And every club venue could be different. It could be a venue club where you're going to play with 4 other bands or 5 other bands.
Right.
It could be one that's like a Grazi where you're the only band and you got to play do a 2 to 4 hour set.
And that's usually what happens to us. We're the only band there that night. It's like with the venues we play are kind of like the 4 hour venues. They're like you're that band. There's no other people that are. There's no other bands behind us or anything, because we're not really selling tickets or anything, so we're not doing the whole, that thing. So
we don't do the pay to play a whole lot.
Yeah. God, they did that so much in the 80s.
We
when
can
these local clubs here, every band got tickets, and you had some Mideast guy going, "You must pre-sale tickets."
And they would F these guys so hard. I mean, my brother traveled around. One of his friends' bands. They put him on the cover, and he went on tour with them.
Right.
Drove for them and stuff. And the guy, their band later, when their band was breaking up, Brian went on to Weezer, and then they had this huge, like, 20-year run. You know what I mean? I mean,
right.
So the exciting thing is, you have no idea what's going to happen next, too. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the weird part.
There could be some big, huge band that tours the world, and then they say, "Why don't you come on?" You know how they pick bands and they have them open up for them, and come on tour with us,
right?
Or you know,
yeah.
You never know who's gonna grab you. You know,
right. I was always telling these guys that would be fun to be picked up by somebody that we all kind of enjoy or cover. That would be cool.
I mean, how cool would that be? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
That'd be amazing. Yeah,
you
It
know,
would be just like, it's like, God, we grew up covering you guys, and now we're opening for you guys. That's just like kind of a dream come true. You know,
it's like Carson inviting you to sit down after your set. You know?
By the way, I remember when I moved to California in the '80s. I was a kid, and my grandmother loved this crappy show called The Merv Griffin Show.
Right.
And we'd take her to Merv Griffin, and the comedian, it was all these terrible '80s celebrities, you know, James Coco. The mother from Married with Children had two sisters who were more popular than she was at the time. And this comedian came out, and the comedian killed. He was funny as hell. It was Seinfeld. Seinfeld came out
on Merv Griffin.
On Merv Griffin.
Oh, just a kid.
And he did this 8-minute set, and we were just laughing our guts out because, you know, you took your grandmother, and there was a comedian who was actually funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was Jerry
Just like
Seinfeld.
warming up, warming the crowd up.
Yeah. Well, he did he was on the air. But he was like in the last 5 minutes because, oh my God, he's not that good to Merv Griffin. So he's going to put Jerry Seinfeld in the last 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So everybody's going to start somewhere, you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, is it exciting? Is it scary? Talk to us about that, the whole band experience, you guys.
A little bit of both. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's makes my anxiety act up. That's for sure.
Does it really? By the way, Joe, speaking of anxiety, turn this sideways and speak into the band. It's a side mic.
It's a side
one of
feed
them
mic,
side mics,
Super
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, because it sounded like you were talking to us from the toilet.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
That sounds good.
There you go,
Oh, I
perfect.
can hear me now. Okay.
Travis, when you're into the
I could even hear
Yeah.
Travis in the background a little bit.
Yeah, nice.
He's a nose breather.
Well, I as much as I'd like to say I'm comfortable doing this, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 16, being in bands and playing in front of people. But every time is a different experience, you know, different faces up there, and it's exciting. It's exciting, but at the same time, it's just like you always get that insecurity in the back of your head. It's like, are they gonna like us?
Yeah,
Are they gonna
it
stick
brings that level
around?
of nervousness.
Wow.
I think we get
Drew,
that.
you don't look nervous at all. I mean, you like, with the weed hat.
He's so used to it, man.
Not really. Not really.
No, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And you know, at the end of the day, I like to think that I'm playing with the boys. So it's really like it's about us on stage, and anybody who wants to show up and listen,
Yeah, and join in.
the more the merrier for sure. So.
And that's kind of what we do is, you know, we're on stage together, and it's like sometimes we'll just tune out the audience and we'll jam together, you know, and just like, you know, remember where it's all come from, you know, and forget the audience for a second. And
Yeah,
we all
that's-
turn to each other and we just start jamming.
That's
it's
very
really a lot
important
of
for a
cool-
band to forget.
Maybe
Yeah.
that, you know, when you play bigger places, you know, and you got the light shining, and really can't see what's out there, and you got
Right.
some stage lights going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Kind of blinded, and then you could you don't have to focus like that guy's looking at us like you don't like this song. or
It's
whatever.
like, yeah, it's
you
like-
can't do that. Let
Yeah.
that distract you.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't let it ruin it.
Nope. No, definitely.
Now, what's the
those-
worst concert you've ever done? What's been the worst appearance?
The worst gig.
The worst gig's always a
Have
good
you had a gig and maybe like
in the rain? On
where's
Carson,
everybody?
like that.
That
You thought-
backyard party that
Like about a
got
week
shut
ago?
down.
Or
yeah.
This is before you.
okay.
Oh, hey. backyard party before Joe joined.
we were when we were 3. Yeah. Yeah, that sucked.
Who shut you
It went
down?
like 2
Were you
hours.
there? You were there,
Yeah, I was
obviously.
there. Yeah, we were supposed to play like 2 hours. We got like maybe like 35 minutes in. The cop shut it down. It's like, all right.
Yeah. And the thing about backyard shows, I mean, they're a lot of fun. They could be good, and they also could be really terrible. You know, just because like everybody, you know, they either want to party or they're into it. You know, so it's just one of those things where it's just like a hit or miss. You know.
Like, I wish the band would play softer. I'm trying to have a conversation here.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to do their thing, and you know.
My sister was one of those soccer moms. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
We were at a wedding, and we were at my cousin's wedding, and my sister was yelling at the band, "Keep it down! My son has very sensitive ears." And it's like my brother.
God, I would have.
My big brother Tom goes to Dan, shut the bleep up. It's a band, let them play. You were saying, Mr. G.
It's one of those. I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know. It's like, well, if you don't want a band, you know, then you
don't hire a band.
Exactly. Yeah. He says it all. You know, Travis says it all the time. You know, he's just, you know, it's like, well, if they don't want the loud music, they shouldn't hire, you know, a rock band.
Then they get a guy with a Casio and a metronome, playing some soft jams. Wedding music.
Or they can just get like DJ Pushplay to go up there.
Right. Yeah.
Throw on some tunes.
You know, but
that sounds as horrible as it is.
Yeah. But we're in the phase right now where I see the audience that it keeps growing. And it's like it's starting.
I witnessed that the last time, from the first time I seen you at the Continental,
right?
And I stayed for the whole time. I mean, it was. I had to go the other one, but I just like the audience was just everybody was focused on you guys. Everybody was looking. I was watching people, and they were watching you, and those girls were up there dancing, man.
Jeff told me watching you guys, the four of you on stage, made him pinch his own nipples really, really hard.
Wow!
I'm glad we could have that effect.
Yeah. This is
the only one with the lighter.
Yeah, you're getting mixed up with Bobby Boucher, the water boy. That's what you. No, they don't do Cub Scout parties, Pat.
Right.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
What song is this?
Wait a second.
Or is that you up
track? Wait, I want to play.
Which one?
I want to play Fade Away. Hold on.
Okay.
Last one on the album.
Cover to go on a song called Fade Away. Mm-hmm. Especially when Buddy Holly did it first.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay, this one's called Fade Away. See, I picked one. There's a row of 4, 4, 4. Okay? 4 times 3 is 12. So I played one on the first 4 was the first song. Drum glove on the second, the on the top here. Then I'm going all the way to the bottom. On Fade Away. Let me see if I get it right. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Great beat, Travis. Yeah, it sounds like you got a big 27 or a bigger bass drum. The hard hitter.
Things have changed and all went bad. It just seems to have its way. It disappears and fades away. Now I've been waiting, calling you, calling you. Now I've been waiting, losing you, losing you. Now I've been waiting, missing you, missing you. Now I've been waiting, it's all I do, it's all I do. Fade away, fade away, fade away. Gotta send some ways.
Look, it's Josephina the motorcycle girl. Yeah. Say hi to Josephina, boys.
She just said Hot Chick Friday.
It's Hot Chick Friday. Yeah. Yeah, Josephina.
Disappears, fades away.
Patrick was so startled. So disappointed that we had all the dudes playing their sausage fest. Yes. What a surprise. Thank you. Yes. Josephina is in the house. What's your Instagram? You go to my picture. Now I've been waiting. Solitude. Fade away. Fade away. Get her on camera. Josephina. Yeah, riding wheelies all the way down from Mount Baldy.
Josephina has single-handedly saved Hot Chick Friday.
She has, yeah. You can do whatever you want, Josephina. Stand there.
Now I've been waiting. Calling you. Now I've been waiting. Losing you. Now I've been
We're gonna let them play live for you.
missing you. Now I've been waiting. Solitude.
Perfect transition.
All right. Now that we faded away from that last song, where were we? We got totally distracted.
I was watching.
What was the name of that song? Hot Chick Friday.
Hot Chick Friday.
I thought it was Sausage Fest.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a sausage fest.
Welcome to the Sausage Fest.
Yeah. That was Fade Away.
That was Fade Away.
Which is ironic because Joe and Jeff, they were talking about getting rid of Drew and Travis during the song. Kidding, boys. Wow.
Now that song was about the former members that were in the Fallen Electric.
The Fallen.
They all just faded away.
Yeah.
When did you guys realize that Jeff Sargent did not have the sound or the look you were looking for in the band? We're going two ways here.
Hey, that's rock and roll, man.
That's rock and roll.
That's rock and roll.
Definitely rock
No
and roll.
holds barred. That's right. We're having a backstage party right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Josephina has her backstage pass.
Booyah! Welcome, Josephina, saving Hot Chick Friday.
Waiting for the afterglow.
Yes. Wow, that's very Everclear of you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Guess what, Josephina? These boys are gonna play live for you.
Yeah.
For you. Can we let's do some live acoustic, man.
Sweet. Fun and cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Wow, look at that. Guitars out of nowhere all of a sudden. Travis, you got your beatbox? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Is that amplified? That thing's loud. I can hear it on my headphones.
I'm getting our girl camera woman some water. I'm sorry.
We got a ride, man. Capos and guitar tuners. What's your favorite capo? Who makes your favorite capo? Wow, that's amazing how the mic Ev is picking up on
I
that
remember to bring
beatbox.
your bass.
Travis, what kind of wood
Thank
is
you,
that?
Travis.
What makes the beatbox? I mean, the sound is huge. It really covers the whole room.
That's a great question. There's a thin veneer on the face
Hardwood, she said.
Yes. That helps too.
Helps everybody.
Yeah. I mean, as simple as they are, I saw a lot of beatbox technology there at NAMM, and then with all the noise going in there were some guys playing some good tunes on that.
There was on Sunday. There was a company that makes microphones.
Yeah.
And the freaking percussionist for Stevie Wonder was up there just testing it.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, cool. I feel like nobody
Can't go anymore.
Jimmy, tell us about with your pickup thing you got in your hole in your guitar.
No, this is a sound hole pickup. Basically,
sound hole pickup?
Basically, it eliminates the feedback on my acoustic, so it's just so there's no because this is electric acoustic, so like you just can get that feedback sometimes live, so it'll eliminate this from the hum. So
okay, let me stick these out for you right here.
all right,
That's it. We're all picking it up pretty good here.
I think it's got a
I think I'm coming up all right.
Yeah.
mic's on this side. Yeah, there we go.
What are we doing?
Another day?
Sure.
Yeah.
Another day, everybody, live
day.
in the studio.
All right.
The Fallen Electric.
Ready? To another day makes me feel like I'm awake. Live the way I feel when I'm with you. Sun and joy flows through my skin. It's feeling that reminds me of everything. Wonders and joys that I spent with you. These thoughts inside of me are trusted memory. Feeling so alive and so free. Feelings deep inside, oh, then when I close my eyes, my heart tells me that there is no lies. I know when dreams inside feel so wrong. I know when dreams will never last this long. I know. Up to another day, taking me away to a different place. Alive the way I feel when I'm with you. The sun beats down with the salty air. We're feeling so alive and we just don't care. Wonders and joys that I spend with you. These thoughts inside of me are trusted memory. Feeling so alive and so free. Feelings deep inside, oh, then when I close my eyes, my heart tells me that there is no lies. I know when dreams inside feel so wrong. I know when dreams will never last this long. I know. I feel so wrong. I know when dreams will never last this long. I know it's hard to see this feeling that overcomes me. Oh, I stand alone, looking out at that deep blue sea. Oh, when it's time, you take yours and I'll take mine. Oh, but for now,
inside feels so wrong. I know when dreams will never last this long. I know when dreams inside feel so wrong. I know when dreams will never last this long. I know.
Wow, very nice.
I didn't know the chords. I went from D, A, G, and that was the F. I didn't have a cable, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Just step up, right?
Well, the same
It was,
song that
yeah.
killed Jeff's mic.
That was fun to play along.
Thank you.
What was that song called, Chuck?
Whatever, just keep it going.
Is that a new song? Is that on the album?
It's
That's
on the album,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's on the album. That's the acoustic one.
You
on
can
the
listen
album.
to it electrified.
Yeah.
Sorry, Travis.
Okay, I played it over again. Okay, I played it over again, and I'm
I'm
still
on
getting used to it. I'm
on
still
the
learning this song.
on the album. I'm acoustic, and Joe's on the electric on that, and the two together is amazing.
Okay, we can talk, and don't put that stuff away yet, boys. We still got another half hour. We still got some more acoustic
All right.
songs to do.
Yeah, yeah. You can either play one of your originals or something in the public domain.
Yeah. We got I want because you got to play my song. You
No,
you got you got
no,
to
you don't.
not my song that I wrote.
Thank God.
You Mr. Verbally Abusive.
These guys weren't even born when they weren't even born when designer jeans came out.
That was what 1981. My first
1981.
my first and only vinyl single.
That's
45.
the year Drew's mother
No,
was born.
I'm talking my song, my Fallen Electric song, which grabbed me, and that's why they're here, because this one song made a connection with me deep down here in my heart.
Oh, it's
Okay.
called Living in My Van.
You know, right, Josephina? You hear a song and you connect with it, and you say, "Hey, that's my song. That's my jam. That's my jam." I like
For
that
Jeff,
song.
it's their song
My
Soup
jam.
Kitchen.
That's my. But they will play my song. You know what it is, and we'll
Yes.
tell everybody when you play it. Do you know what my song is, Travis?
Travis is
Okay, I'm going to ask you. Jimmy knows. Okay, Joe, what's my song?
It's the title track, Never Seen the World.
Yes, he wins a prize. You win a Jeff
do I
Sargent Show
win?
T-shirt as soon as we get them made.
Woohoo!
What does we get them made?
We're gonna have to get one of those.
Yeah. So that.
we'll have to wear them live.
Oh yeah, when you play that
The
song,
secret-
put the shirt.
The secret ingredient will be Jeff's tears.
Exactly.
So why is this thing so wet?
Yo, Joe.
Man. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Those aren't tears.
You stole that line from Patrick.
Yeah.
That was his line.
Oh
I
man.
always tell Jeff when he puts up the mustache, he looks like a Victorian pedophile.
Oh, Victorian pedophile.
Jeez.
I think they opened for us once.
Snidely Whiplash, all he did, Snidely Whiplash with the top hat, he tied girls to the railroad tracks. That's nothing. That's just
Jeff, I hate to say
Right.
this. These guys have no idea who Snidely Whiplash is.
I know Snidely
there used to be a
Who is Snidely
cartoon.
I know
Whiplash?
Snidely Whiplash.
Liar. Tell us where he's from.
Okay.
Let him talk.
It's been a long time since I've
He's
seen
Googling
it.
it.
My grandparents used to show me it. Like
My
when I don't hang out.
grandparents.
Yes.
I don't remember any. Like.
It's
much.
called Dudley Do-Right. He was a Mountie, a Canadian Mountie.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. And he would that blonde chick, he'd always tie her to the railroad tracks because
No.
he'd want something out of her, like her money and
Yeah,
stuff.
want
Besides she was a
something out of
gorgeous, beautiful girl, you know,
Right.
he wanted more. He wanted income. That was dastardly thing
So
to do.
he's like the original musician.
That is true.
Original musician.
Preying on a beautiful girl.
Yeah, I'll get you, my pretty. Okay, now, where were we?
So tell us about, first of all, before we get on with that, tell us about Fade Away and tell us about the song you just played. What's the story behind it, fellas?
Oh man. Well, Fade Away is basically it's got that feel of, you know, how feelings are when you know you are doing music, whether you're doing, you know, anything in life that is, you know, to do with like something that is part of what your heart desires. So basically it's one of those things that, you know, it fades away when, you know, it's, I don't know, it's in time, it keeps fading away, you know, and it's
all hurts, all grudges, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And with something like Another Day, it's just it's one of those things that it's got a good feel to it. So it's kind of one of those things that any days that come about where it's a happy day, it's got like that beach vibe to it.
I really like it. The one you just played. What's it called again?
Another Day.
I would love to hear that at a campfire on the beach.
It's got a beach vibe.
Song so far.
Yeah, it's got a beach vibe to it. It's got just a really good, you know, feel to it. I thought it was definitely something different, more out of our genre that we would normally do.
It's jaunty. I like
it's
it.
definitely different than what we do, but you know. Yeah,
exactly.
It's
Josephina's favorite too, by the way.
Oh,
now was that one of the newer songs? Is that one all four of you wrote together, or
that was what the last one we did, right? Or,
Travis, did we bore you? Get over here.
It was one of those.
You're still on the show. Stop texting the new band. You're still on this one.
That box isn't comfortable to sit on.
Sorry.
We've had that song for, I don't know, probably we've had it before you joined, no, Joe?
And yeah, you did.
Is it on this?
Yeah, it's on that one. It's on that one. I think it's number 9, I think.
Yeah.
There it is. Very good, fellas.
Yeah, we had that song before Joe joined, and
yeah, like I put that little lead on there.
Right. It was missing what he does, and it was like it I didn't want to record it yet because it was one of those things that was like it's missing something, and I just don't know what it is yet. You know, it just needed something more, and that's what he did. So he had this, you know, he did this the solo over it, which kind of goes through the whole melody of the song, and it kind of makes it.
That's cool. So that wasn't integral.
I
to the
saw
song
it.
originally.
No, I came in, I listened to the album, and I said, "What do you guys think of this?" And they're like, "Yeah."
I kind of got the chills when he first did it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's
what
that's
decided. Okay, well,
was
who
the
makes
other
when you write a song? What makes you say, okay, we got to put a capo on this? On what fret? How does that happen? What is that? Is that just take a half step up? Is that what it does?
Yeah,
exactly.
It just changes the key.
Now, how does that change for the bass?
No, it doesn't really. I just moved down a fret.
You just move down a fret.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, like with us for
for open chords, we need that capo to be able to play that chord.
Because you had the capo on, I saw you way down, halfway down the neck, and I seen you were doing something, but I was just trying to watch the chord structure.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
the D A G thing, and the
Right.
magical chords. You can just rearrange them so many times, even in the order, and make different songs.
different songs. That's the amazing thing about music.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Different minors
It's
and
like-
majors and
it's the same chord structure for a lot of songs, and it just changing the key of it. It's a whole different song. It's amazing. It's the same chords. That's the beauty of rock and roll.
I mean, and then the same chord for "Sympathy of the Devil" for the Rolling Stones, but you threw in an F, a bar chord. Was that an F?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was jaunty.
I'm very observant. I see this
I
stuff
like the
going.
jauntiness of the song. You know what I mean? I mean, I've
Right.
enjoyed everything so far, but
Right.
the jauntiness of that's easily for anybody to get into your band. Hearing the band's music, I thought that was
Right.
You know, it just incredibly jaunty. You know, and happy.
Right.
And hearing it live was really great too, especially.
Right. And it's one of those songs that's just different on the album that is kind of like a little, kind of a little monkey wrench in there where it's just a little different than And that's kind of the beauty of that because it's all got the different varieties in there. Everybody kind of keeps telling me that.
Even Drunk Love sticks out a little bit. It's probably the punkiest song.
It's definitely punk. It's definitely. She likes. That's her favorite. That's actually Josephine's favorite.
Did you hear it on your way here before you got here? I mean, where were you this morning? How'd you know what was going on? Were you going to finish on Facebook? You followed the page and information. That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
You guys are about to be mauled by a cougar.
All right.
Oh, man.
That's Josephine's song.
I don't get along with men my age.
No, that's adorable.
That's their fault.
I get that drift on.
You saved Hot Chick Friday. Thank you.
Hey, I see that. I realize that when I read your Instagram.
Interesting.
Welcome back, Travis.
Travis is back in the band.
Yes.
The Pomona Pixies don't want it anymore. No, we're good, Travis. We got a drummer for this weekend. She's back in the band. The Pomona Pixies will play without you.
I like that. Yeah.
This is amazing. This is very cool. What did you think of the last song, since you weren't here for that discussion? What did you think of, what was the last one called?
Another Day?
Another Day.
No, the one you played live.
Another Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
No. I'm a moron. Another day. So you guys had this. I just watched a documentary on Mick Ronson.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right.
The boy's guitar player.
the
And
boy
Mata
is-
Hoople.
And there was a great story about how they had the song Jack and Diane was around for years. And John Cougar Mellencamp never put it out because it didn't sound right. Ronson invented that whole guitar opening and the boom,
Right.
He put all that. The song didn't have that until he came along and just added it like 2 years after it was done.
Right.
Wow.
That's kind of amazing. You know what I mean?
That stuff like that kind of trips you out. Yeah.
Mick Ronson was he was famous. He was everybody appreciated because he ran with less effects. He just maybe had one box or something. He was kind of a guy that just plugged his guitar straight into the amp, and that was his sound.
Right.
And did everything, even though it was simple, but he structured. He had so much strength to everything.
Right.
His chord structure, and his guitar playing.
Kind of makes music a verb instead of a noun, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna music this up.
Yeah, let's turn nouns into verbs.
Wow, that's very cool. Yeah. So now, could you guys, again, you've done the whole bar band thing. Yep. What are you looking to do next?
Stadiums.
That's the attitude. I like that.
I'd like to get a gig on the ISS. That'd be fun.
Wow.
Yeah. No gravity. We'll see how Travis deals with no gravity on the drums.
This Pomona Pixies thing doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You could do one gig and somebody could come in there and say, hey, there could be another venue down the street or something. We like what you want to play this, and you might have to do another gig on your tour to fill in there. Or just
it's crazy that you mentioned something like that because all this stuff, like since we have this album now, all this like opportunities are starting to open up. It's like this door's open here. It's
opportunity
even you guys like you want to be on Chaotic Radio and have the play the album live. It's like why not? It's just like stuff like that just keeps kind of happening now, and like we're all these different venues are starting to see us and care. Yeah, they actually care now, and it's like okay, well, wow, there's something.
And remember, don't go all D-bag once you get big. When you come back.
Well, look.
We don't do Chaotic Radio.
Well, when me and Pat moved to a large network TV station, and it evolves to a TV show, and then we're gonna have you guys on again.
Awesome.
Whichever Yoko Ono.
You got to think positive, big like that. That's our goal. That's where we're gonna go. You guys go to stay. Me and Patrick will have our TV show.
Right.
But I mean, this is cool to me that you guys are, again, the band is a great sound. Let's hear something else live. I mean, I'm really digging what, you know what I mean? Let's hear something else live, fellas. Let's hear On a Mission.
On a Mission?
Oh, yeah. Cool. It's a great title.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Sit down. Just really get comfortable.
One of our favorites to play live. One of them?
Yeah, please.
Ready, Travis? Joe,
Trent and Drew.
Jimmy. All right, fellas, let's go.
The beauty of tuning, right? Yeah. So.
All right.
Okay.
I really like that acoustic bass, man. You rock that thing, man.
Thank you.
I saw those little bass licks you put in there in between. Whatever it is you did, it was really cool.
I love that little fills to things.
Trills, thrills, and chills.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh no, we've got enough cameras going around. Everybody's got their own.
And usually what we do with the cameras,
And we're gonna put them all together.
We try to cut around Jeff. Kind of ruin the image.
Count it out.
All right. Let's do this. On a mission.
On a mission.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's just go and waste some time on what was recreated and what was never started as it falls out of line. I wish I never did that. I'll always want to take back what is mine. It's you and me. This time, I'm on a road on a mission. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down. I'm on a road on a mission. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down. Woo. Let's just go and waste some time on what was recreated and what was never started as it falls out of line. I wish I never did that. I'll always want to take back what is mine. It's you and me. This time, I'm on a road on a mission. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down. I'm on a road on a mission. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down. I'm on a road on a mission. I'm on a road on a mission as it turns around. I'm never looking down.
Wow.
Wow, very nice.
That was awesome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Drew, I like those little bass drop, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that just adds more.
He's got a huge bass line in that song.
Like Nigel from Spinal Tap said, you want that extra shove off the cliff.
Oh, yeah.
You just-
But
He
the
puts a
harmonies
little
are great.
crunch.
Thank you.
And I loved how Travis kept time on his box.
Oh yeah. Travis is just always in the pocket there.
Wow. No, you guys, great sound. Joe, very nice as well, by the way.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, again, you guys have such a great sound together. It's really impressive.
Thank you.
A good chemistry. This is where it band needs to be. This is it right here.
Before you find your Yokos, this is great to see you all.
And it's right here on this CD. Where now?
Thank you.
To our listeners, how do they follow the Fallen Electric? How do they get this CD? How does everyone get this?
Primarily, they can come to the shows, buy them there, or they can get it on the fallenelectric.com. thefallenelectric.com. We have a merch section there with all our cool stuff.
And there's a Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
If we follow you, we can find out where the gigs are, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, everything's on our .com, but yeah, all our links to the Instagram, the Facebook, you can find them all there as well. So, Bands in Town,
Bands in Town. Yeah, you guys have that. We're on everything. You can, all the social media sites. You find
stream it anywhere too. I mean, if you just want to go digital, shoot, my car doesn't even have a CD player anymore. I can't even play my own freaking CD.
Oh wow, we're technologically challenged. Pat's still on MySpace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll get him a cassette.
My only friends are Tom and Jeff.
That was funny because I was actually thinking about that the other day. Does MySpace still exist?
It does.
Are you serious?
Fox bought him out, I think. And then
all right, that's it. Why are we on it?
Do people still use it?
There was a post that I saw on Instagram the other day where this girl was like, man, on Facebook they should make this thing to where when people click on your page, you can have your favorite song playing. That way they can hear the soundtrack to your life. And somebody commented on that. They're like, wow, we finally reached a generation where they don't know what MySpace is.
Because that's how it worked, right?
Yeah.
It's totally
It's
true.
basically
It's
for
totally
music.
true.
I remember the
Yeah.
commercials on
And-
TV, and it showed these different squares, and like, wow, people could hear band.
Right.
You could promote your band on MySpace.
Fully customize your own page
Isn't it
and
owned by
everything.
Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake now?
I think
MySpace is owned by like Justin Timberlake now.
Are you serious?
It's supposed to be geared more towards like
music.
but
When was the last time you
creative
heard
artists and
anybody
stuff
talk
like
about
that.
that?
I did a teen sex comedy in Palm Springs, as the sputtering teacher. Oh, you can't do that on the campus. And one of the jokes, it was half reality kids. It was like the girl from Danity Kane and the girl from cheerleader camp. And one of the lines, I was just thinking of this when Jeff mentioned MySpace. One of the lines is one girl is told, on MySpace, even Tom wouldn't be your friend. And it sounds like, it's like we did this like 8 years ago, and it sounds like Greek literature now.
It's like everybody's gonna find out if you put it on MySpace.
Right.
So was that movie Chastity Bites?
No, it was American High School.
American High School. Look it up, people. Not on MySpace. Google it. And maybe you'll find it on.
The girl from Danity Kane sold the movie on her breast implants. It made $1 million in Germany.
Wow.
What?
I mean, it's one of these. She made the cover of Playboy just as they finished this thing. And I mean, it was
It's great promotion.
It was we were shooting in Palm Springs, and oh my God, it was half reality show kids, and Rutger Hauer's grandson, dumb as a box of rocks, and it was the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing, you know what I mean? I mean, a kid wrote me from Germany, a former student. He goes, he was in the service, and they wanted to rent naughty movies. So somebody rented like American Pie, and they were tricked into renting American High School because it looked like an American Pie sequel on purpose. And I mean, the theme song, the movie's theme song, is the most bold-faced American Idiot ripoff you've ever heard.
Really? Wow.
I'm still disappointed in Green Day's Lawyers. I mean, and he's like, Mr. J, because the script was so short, I did my whole. You do your spiel, especially when you're a sub. And so the kid goes, that was my sub. And then I did my sub spiel when I was in his room in the movie because there was so little dialogue. And it's like, and so he's freaking out of the Air Force Base. And he also complained there was only one pair of breasts in the movie.
Oh, man.
Had nothing to do with that, boys.
Dang.
It's worse when there's an odd number of breasts.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
There's the peekaboo.
I only saw 3 boobies today.
Yeah, there's the peekaboo breast.
That will be Joe's solo album.
Featuring Wheeler Walker
3
Jr.
pairs.
Wait, I don't know if he's talking 3 or 3 pairs.
No, he's
No, 3.
No, 3. It's
Like,
Joe's
what's
solo
that
album.
movie?
No, stop. It's Joe's solo album, a tribute to Total Recall.
There you go. Yeah, totally.
By the way, she is very proud of the guy who sculpted the 3rd breast. Told me I was in his makeup chair and he goes, "This is the hand that gave you the 3rd breast."
You know what else they did? American Horror Story on Circus Freaks.
Total Recall had it first.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
knows
that's the second one with the
the
3.
ultimate. Yeah, but the second woman through the door with 3 breasts
Triple
will never
Cs.
beat the Martian hooker in Total Recall.
Yeah.
That's when God gave you R-rated movies in the 90s. 3 breasted hookers who are then shot in the stomach when they've outlived their usefulness.
I'll produce that single for you, Joe.
Let's make it.
It'll be Quado and me, Joe's solo album tribute to.
We'll Photoshop somebody else's face on so no one will know it's you.
It'll be Quado lives.
Featuring Wheeler Walker
A
Jr.
tribute to the music of a tribute to the music of Total Recall by Joe.
No, we'll just replace Joe's eyeballs with 2 boobies, man. Right there.
Joe will be so coked out by then he'll just go on his first day.
As if they weren't beady enough, right?
With a Tommy Wiseau wig on it.
Oh, man.
Or it'd be like Arnold losing his breath when he's outside.
You know, Jeff and I, the great thing is the bad guy in that movie is a musician. And Jeff and I went to see Ronnie Cox play at the Rose Cafe. Remember that?
Yeah. With Damone from Fast Times.
And
the Ticket Scalper.
Did a great song. The guy, the Ticket Scalper from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, he did this great blues set. He had this great song about after his divorce called Table for One. It was a great song, basically about going anywhere by yourself after the big breakup.
Yeah.
But Ronnie Cox is there. And he's hanging with Jeff and me, you know what I mean? He comes over to the table, sits down, and I go, listen, I gotta ask, because it's bothered me for years. You didn't kill all those fish when you kicked over the aquarium, do you? Remember? He's on Mars and he kicks over the fish tank and you see all the fish flipping around.
Yeah.
Because it's very important to show the fish not breathing.
Yeah.
Because Arnold's not going to be breathing in the last 5 minutes as his eyes are bulging. He goes, I've done 75 movies. And he goes, and that is the one everyone stops me to ask what happened to you for the fish.
Wow.
And he had this great story, and it could have probably was BS, but I was glad if it's a lie. I'm appreciating telling me.
Right.
He goes, we had the best special effects men in the world, and they built this floor where the fish could swim around. And even if he was BSing us, I was glad to hear no fish died. He goes, all the fish in that fish tank were kicked over like 4 times, and we didn't lose a single fish.
Wow.
Because remember, he goes, look at the floor, and he goes, that when you see the fish flipping around, it's a circle containing the water. And he goes, and they just had a PA throw them back into the tank. And I thought, even it was a beautiful
That was
lie,
pretty clever, man.
He goes, he was so excited to make sure. He goes, you know, we killed 110 people when I was the bad guy in RoboCop, and everyone asks about the Total Recall fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get him on our show.
We
man.
should. He's a cool dude. But have you guys played the Rose Cafe in Pasadena yet?
No.
No, but I saw the Gin Blossoms there a couple months ago.
Is it a nice venue, nice PA and stage?
Nice. It's so intimate too. I'm about to see STP in March there too.
Wow.
We're actually
Nemesis.
going to be at the same place.
Yep.
Me and him are going to see STP.
Joe is also
why don't I take that out and let's get you a gig over at the Rose, man?
Please. That'd be that. Oh my.
Yeah.
They have
I
such
think
a
I
great
want to
setup
push
there.
that.
Yeah.
Joe is pushing for a soul coughing reunion.
Right.
His favorite band.
Well, look,
That'd be great.
we got about 10 minutes. Let's do my song.
Do we have 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
Well, remember we close to
5-2, we got to be off the air.
5, yeah.
Because
like
at
2 minutes.
5-2, yeah.
That's when Dan puts the 2-minute warning in the window, like he did last 2 times you were here.
you know, it's funny because I was stalling because I didn't want to play your song too fast. Now we got to play it.
Yeah. Oh, before Patrick was in the band.
Yeah.
Oh God, my first show, I was like, this is only Jimmy was my first live guest.
Wow, I did not know
and
that.
it was just we didn't know how to do. I'm sitting in the microphone, grabbing this and trying to stick in the guitar. I have no idea what's going on.
Jeff was,
How to run this show.
Jeff was so nervous he had his hand on Jimmy's leg the entire 2 hours.
I mean, I was just
It was totally chaotic. Dan didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know it. It was like my third show or something like that.
Started,
and I'm going like, and then Dutchie's going, I wasn't sure about your first, when you first started. I was.
And he goes, no, I was playing.
Oh God. just like
play away,
and because of you, but we got good reviews. All your friends and your fan base, man, were just like, okay, let's keep this going.
It was awesome, yeah.
Jakey, help me! My ship is sinking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what brought me in.
God.
I've never done interviews before, and I've done gazillion interviews.
I learned a lot about interviews with this guy.
Thank you, sir.
And-
All right. Oh no, go ahead, Jeff.
yeah.
Josephina, thank you for coming in, baby.
Okay, this is the last song of the show. This is my song.
This is Jeff's
This
song.
is my jam. This is my jam.
Yeah.
You shut
This
up,
one goes out to Jeff here.
Oh, shut up.
There we go.
This is so sad. It's like,
This is the title track. The title track of the album. Never Seen the World. All tuned up?
Yep. Oh yeah. Ready to go. Ready?
On your marks, get set.
Play.
Think twice and choose. It's no ordinary life for you or for me. Please try, know that I have never seen the world. I've never seen the world. Feels like a tidal wave inside you question the answer. Nothing is ever more alive. It glistens, you listen. Feels like I'm running out of time. You question the answer. Everything seems to fall in line. It glistens, you listen. Make time realize you'll never see inside. You'll never see inside. Please believe, try and see. This isn't just a dream. As the eyes watch and sing, feels like a tidal wave inside. You question the answer. Nothing is ever more alive. It glistens, you listen. Feels like I'm running out of time. You question the answer. Everything seems to fall in line. It glistens, you listen. As it calls and leads the way. As we all turn the page, just can't wait another day for this life. I've heard it's not the same. Twice and choose. It's no ordinary life. tidal wave inside your question, the answer. Nothing is ever more alive. It glistens, you listen. Feels like I'm running out of time. You question the answer. Everything seems to fall in line. It glistens, you listen. Think twice, know that I've never seen the world. I've never seen the world.
Wow.
All right.
Holy hell, boys.
Thank
Very
you.
well done.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Thank you so much.
The Fallen Electric, we were amazed and impressed you guys came in and you were as good as you were.
It gets better every time they came in. This was real. We got the whole band in this time.
This is great. The whole band, even the quiet guys.
First, we started with Jimmy by himself. Then Joe came in, and
Yeah.
then we got the whole band.
Oh yeah.
Take it easy in those cigarettes, Grandma. Hey, where can we follow you guys?
Let's do a last-minute plug. Where are you playing this weekend? Plug it now.
We are in Huntington Beach tonight at Perks, 9 to 1.
There's a van drive.
Yes, definitely.
What street is that on?
That's on Main Street. Yeah, right off the right off the water there. So.
Basically, if you drive any further, you fall in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. We're right there, and
Are you going? Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, you can see the water from just stepping outside.
Stepping outside
Yeah.
is kind of a magical thing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you see the at sunset you see the water right there, and then you walk onto the boardwalk right there.
Where you pay? Okay, Saturday. Where you playing Saturday?
Saturday we're back at JD's.
JD Allison's right here in downtown Upland.
Doing it all over again.
Bravo.
Excellent. Thanks for coming on our show.
Thank
Are
you
you
for
playing
having us.
Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or
Yeah,
anywhere?
we're off Sunday. We're off Sunday for Super Bowl.
Okay, there's
Super
your
Bowl.
weekend venue for the Fallen Electric. Guys, thanks for coming in,
Boys,
man.
thank you
for having us. Yeah, appreciate you guys.
And that's our weekend, man.
the
Thanks
weekend.
for
Be good.
closing it off. Josephina, thanks for
Lovely
closing
Josephina
in.
for joining us.
And bringing in Hot Chick Friday.
Yes, you
check
said
that out.
that.
Way to save that. Yeah.
Dan, get well soon. We love you and we
Yeah.
miss you.
Yes.
You know?
All
Miss you, Dan.
right.
All right.
Wow, thanks again.
That was awesome.
Wasn't it? You guys were great. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, stand over here, baby. I'll help you.
You know what I love? I love that when they sing all three of them at the same time.
The harmony, man. The harmony
You
killed
ever
it.
hear those bands where you can tell they're competing with each other?
Yes, yeah.
Like
Well,
they're trying to be louder,
There's always
outshine the other one, like I'm the
Yes.
best. They don't do that ever.